pressurized situation. I don't feel like so honestly, I feel elated to be part of the entrepreneurship group right now because the fact that I began my own venture 8 years back, entrepreneurship scene was not that developed. So I was part of a company called Outbox based out of Calcutta. So we used to have about one event a year or so. So now that I'm in ISB, I had, I thought that EVC would be completely mature. The fact that Indian entrepreneurship has grown multifold, I feel that EVC here has not evolved as much. Don't get me wrong with respect to D Labs or the other institutes that ISB has. I'm primarily concerned about the student-run body, which is EVC. So this actually brings me to my mission for what EVC is, okay, or what I want EVC to be of. So I want EVC to be a national brand. I mean, I don't know whether it could be achieved by the end of this year, but I know for a fact that if all of us collectively think, we can at least walk on that path and probably make it a goal for batches to come. Obviously, fostering the spirit of entrepreneurship is like an innate requirement that everybody will have. So in order to solve this, the fact that I spoke to multiple peers, took relevant feedback from seniors, I understood that we have three issues primarily. First is one size fits all. I feel that everybody has different requirements with respect to business. I mean, either you are an aspiring entrepreneur, either you've had run a business, or you want to enter into the VC world. I don't think that we can conduct events which are similar to all. I feel that if we segment them into buckets, we can have maximum events which will be more value generation for them. Second is information lacuna. So I feel that much fact is around the country about entrepreneurship. I mean, the fact that it's cool and everything, but then what are the basics? How to run a business, how to get your first employee, how to get your first vendor. I think all these things are extremely important, and it just cuts away the faff. Third is glamour quotient. I mean, yes, entrepreneurship is hard, tough, but we want more events, more valuable events wherein we can increase participation. I feel that will be one of my biggest goals for EVC this year. So these are basically the segments which I've thought that we can target current business owners, future entrepreneurs, as well as VC enthusiasts. Okay, what are my top initiatives? I feel that ISB lacks a marquee event for EVC. I mean, the fact that Finance Club has its own event, we have an event for alumni. But how many of you all have heard of Empresario, Confluence? So all these events are organized by tech companies, right? Tech companies, and IIT is organizing a marquee event where I had enrolled as an entrepreneur. I was connected to a VC through them. Why not do it here? I mean, ISB is the Indian School of Business, right? So we should facilitate events like these. Second is a startup weekender. I don't know how many of you all are aware of this. So this is basically a concept wherein you build a business in 72 hours. And the more important part of this is that you connect people across different categories. You could be a techie, so we basically connect a techie, business owner, as well as an operations guy. By the end of 3 days, you actually have a business ready to be funded. Third thing is networking. Again, coming back to the segment bit, I want to facilitate networks amongst people who are in their respective segments. So let's say if you're in the business of cements, if we find that there are more than 15 people in this in this business at ISB, I want to facilitate an SME visit, or similarly, I mean, if you are an aspiring VC enthusiast, I want to conduct focused sessions for VC to understand what VC has to offer or what VC roles has to offer. These are some other initiatives which is kind of segmented into different owners, aspiring entrepreneurs, as well as VC enthusiasts. One thing that I want to bring your attention to is podcast with founders. This is again a thing which I'm thinking which can transcend our batch. I mean, it could be a gift from our batch to future batches of ISB, wherein we can connect with founders who are ISB alums who made it big in their life, and it could be like a student-run initiative. Again, do not compare it with Atrium Angels, which is I think part of the ISB podcast. But then this is something which is again student-run and can easily foster the spirit of entrepreneurship. Timeline. So this is how I've prepared terms 2 and 3 predominantly on basic things wherein we can actually launch the podcast. 4 and 5 is where we can have the marquee event. Sorry.
So we'll have to wrap it.
Oh, okay. Okay, folks, I think I'm done. The only thing that I wanted to talk about is that